Welcome, Kelvin Dale here, revealing how the Irish had an impact on helping shape the United States. We go now to the turbulent streets of New York City during the Civil War, where the imposition of the first federal military draft sparked a fierce struggle involving Irish immigrants. It's a story that unfolds into violence, divided loyalties, and echoes far beyond its time. Let's get into it. The Enrollment Act of 1863 marked the first time the federal government required men aged 20 to 45 to enlist for military service to fight for the northern states in the Civil War. In New York City, this law cast a harsh shadow over a large population of poor Irish immigrants, most of which were poor laborers who were just scraping by, with no means to buy their way out of the draft. If drafted, a man had the option of paying a $300 commutation fee to the government that would allow him to avoid immediate military service, an amount that was equivalent to about 1 year's income for the average person. The policy raised millions of dollars for the federal government and was also highly unpopular because it favored the wealthier men. It fostered the phrase, "the rich man's war and the poor man's fight." However, because of its unpopularity, within 2 years, this fee option was eliminated due to growing public resentment and draft protests. For the Irish, the American Civil War felt distinctly unfair. The emancipation of enslaved African Americans added new problems for the Irish. Black men were exempt from the draft, but came to the North and began competing for the same jobs that many of the Irish held. This sparked fierce resentment by the Irish towards African Americans. Pressures on the people who were affected finally boiled over and resulted in violent riots in New York City from July 13th through the 17th in 1863. People weren't just fighting about the government's draft policy. They also resented those in the African American neighborhoods who were not required to fight but were taking their jobs. More than 100 people lost their lives. Many rioters and innocent African Americans were among them. But not all Irish stood with the rioters. The Irish Brigade, famous for its bravery on the Civil War battlefield, who fought for the North, as well as leaders like Colonel Robert Nugent, who was born in Ireland and supported the Union war effort and condemned the violence. They understood the draft as a legal necessity and sought to quell the unrest within New York City. During the Civil War, Tammany Hall was the dominant political organization in New York City in the Democratic Party. It supported the Union war effort and wielded significant influence over immigrant voters, especially Irish immigrants, through a patronage system that helped Irish workers find jobs in exchange for political loyalty. The draft exposed deep fractures in New York's social and political fabric and highlighted those challenges facing immigrant communities caught in the crossfire of war and racial tension. A solution after the New York City draft riots came from a combined effort of military force, legal affirmation, and political compromise. Union troops were hastily recalled from the Battle of Gettysburg to help the local police suppress the violent mobs after 5 days of chaos. The courts upheld the draft's legality, reinforcing that grievances should be addressed through law rather than violence. The federal government did reduce the city's draft quota in an attempt to ease the labor crisis. In the months that followed, there was also a parade with an African American regiment in an attempt to help heal the city's sharp racial divides. Where did this trail of discovery take us? It reveals how race, class, and war conflicted the lives of Irish immigrants in a major American city. It challenged how to resolve real-life issues such as loyalty, justice, and outright survival. The conflict also increased awareness and stature for the Irish, both as a part of American culture and in the political landscape. Thanks so much for watching. If you are Irish, your roots are from Ireland, or would like to be among the honorary Irish, you're at the right place. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, or even leave me a comment. Until next time, keep that Irish twinkle in your eye.